It's time to finish up some haunted demos. We've done quite a lot of haunted demos, but we only have a couple more. We're on the 3rd floor. We're in the attic. And there are 2 doors left in this attic. We've been playing many demos of many kinds, many types of genres, many types of graphic styles, many different types of horror. And what remains? Only 2. And the first of the 2, well, you probably can't read that logo, but it says Mummy Sandbox. There it is. Mummy Sandbox. Become the mummy you always wanted to be. Rebuild your body as you dig through forgotten sandboxes. Puzzles and voxels await us in this bizarro Minecraft meets point-and-click adventure. It's got flashing lights. Here are the contributors. Minecraft meets point-and-click adventure is, I guess that's a way you could describe this. I mean, it's probably better than anything I could think of to describe this, because if you ask me to describe this game, I don't know how I would describe this to you. But we are entering it. Wow, that one loaded fast compared to these other demos. Let's press space to begin. Alright, there we are. We're a single bandage. Fluttering in the wind. Of course, a single bandage is not a mummy. We have to breathe with space. Hold space to breathe. All right. Breathe. Breathe. Extend a little bit each time we breathe. There's an eyeball. Why don't we grab that eyeball? There we go. We are now bandage and eyeball combined. Alright, we have 1 of 8. 1 of 8 what? Bandages. There's another one. Got 2. And every bandage we get, we become faster. We become more whole. We need to retrieve the parts of ourselves. How do we get like this? Who can say? We have 3. There's 4. We become faster and more capable every time. That's 5. So we can go up 1 level. We cannot go up more than 1 level. But if it's only 1 level, we can go up it. So there's something up there, but I can't get up there. Maybe I can get up there from another direction. Like here, and then here, and then here, and then here. And there's something. I got dig. I can dig with my flailing bandages. That is how we dig. Wouldn't think I would be able to get much traction with these bandages and nothing else, but apparently we can do it pretty well. We want to strategize our digs. We want to do the highest parts first, so to make sure that we don't leave any parts that are too high. Oh, there's another bandage. There we go. We got 6. Except up here, well, we can't get up there. We can dig everywhere else, but these parts are too high. We can't do it. There's something here. Let's keep digging. Don't touch. Don't touch corpses until exhumed fully. Well, we've done that. It's completely out of the dirt, so exhume. Rise, skeleton. There we go. There's the skeleton. We can examine. All right, let's look at this. This is us. We're bandages, an eyeball. We have some parts that we would like. Like, see the shoes? Those look like those shoes. But how do we get those shoes? She has also got a pair of glasses. How do we get any of that? Who can say? All we are is an eyeball and some bandages. We're going to dig until we complete our body, our physical form, because we still have 2 more bandages to find. Oh, 7 of 8. 1 more. Almost all the dirt has been dug. There's the final one. Learn. Warp. Warp is now. Transcend. Sandbox. We have now finished our physical body, which means warp is now. But I'm going to finish digging anyway. You may notice that I have a bucket, like a pail, and every time I dig up some dirt, I put dirt in the pail. I have 33 dirts. What am I going to do with that? Well, who knows. But they did say warp is now. Where can we warp? We can warp over there. We have now warped to a second sandbox. Look, why are we a mummy in these sandboxes? Look, sometimes things just are the way they are. Sometimes you just can't question it. We're a mummy. We're in a sandbox. We have to dig. We have to complete our physical body. And maybe that's all that's needed. There's something over there, rotating. But I can't get up here. It's too high. This game feels like it has... It feels like something that would have been on XBlig. Like, this is the kind of weird thing that you would have found on that. It's a very specific kind of oddness that you just don't get very often. XBlig was basically a condensed source of that. Oh, there's something here. Let's do all this dirt. Okay, fully exhumed. Rise! Alright, it's a guy. He's holding a key. We can examine. Alright, so as you can see, we've got all our bandages, but we don't have our shoes or our shovel hands. What do we do? I guess we'll just have to keep searching until we find something that we can use. Our mummy has a very fixed image on what our mummy wants to be. Definitely wants shovel hands and shoes with, like, spring heels. My pail of dirt is almost full. That's fine, though. What could we use with, what could we do with this dirt? Maybe we will find out. As it is, though, nothing here for us at the moment. We can warp in the other direction. And as we do, what will we find? There's like that over there, which I'm not sure what that is in the background. Oh yes, each sandbox has its own pail of dirt. So we have started with 0 dirt here. But in that other sandbox, we do have 50 dirts. It's lucky for our mummy that that eyeball just happened to roll by when it did, because otherwise, be out of luck. Just be hanging on that tree. Nothing has been found as of yet, but there is plenty more to dig, and possibly to find. There's something here. We got something. Whatever that is, we picked it up. And something buried here. Alright, we have exhumed yet another body. And it's a dog. Dog body. Can we do anything with it? Well, we did pick up this stick. I guess the dog must have buried this stick before it died. I don't know if there's anything we can do with the dog, but we do have the stick. What might we do with such a stick? Well, we might go to these bodies that we saw previously. And like, maybe I'm going to throw this stick at the glasses. Boink, there we go. We knocked the glasses off. Let's pick up the glasses. And my vision is now clear. And the music is... well, there is music now. Unfortunately, I don't think we can use the stick to get the shoes. Just bounces off. So the stick is not the solution to all problems. Just some problems. Is there anything else we could do? That guy's holding a key. Could we get the key with stick? No, we were not able to knock the stick out of the hand. But now that our vision is clear, I guess there's like a cave over there. It wasn't open before, but now it is. Alright. We're like in a bar. You know, a bar with like a sandbox in the middle of it. And then the mummy comes into the bar and starts digging in the sandbox. As they do. I got a thing. something else. And what's this? Well, we won't actually know until we look at a body. It seems like the only way we know what we actually have on us. Until we do that, we don't know what our items are. Cafe. Oh, it's Vengeance. Vengeance Cafe. Found another body. Exhume. It's an astronaut. How did he end up here? Does he have anything? Well, okay, we got a rock and we got, like, these grabby things. Can I throw a rock at him? What about this? What about this stick? I mean, none of those things did anything on the astronaut. Pick him back up. But we have a couple new tools that we can throw at dead bodies. So, I mean, that's something. Another rock. We have 2 rocks. Well, these don't seem to do anything to the astronaut, but we do have a couple other bodies we could check out. Alright, well, we know that our mummy wants these shoes. We can tell by the, this image right here. What if we throw a rock at them? No? What about these grabbies? Yes, that worked. Got them. Oh, we're bouncing. Okay, I'm done bouncing. All right. We can see ourselves with the shoes. There they are. Right, so now we can jump. Which means we can go up, like, 2 levels at once. Which is good for up here. Uh-huh. Build castles. Build of sand. Sand castles. Sand castles. Wonder who's giving us this advice. Well, as it is, we can deposit to get to higher levels. There's like a door up there, but the key's up there. Why don't we deposit some dirt to build... Yeah, okay, now we're up here. Can we throw something at that key? What about these? There we go. Are those broken now? Yeah, I think those might be broken. Doesn't seem like I can pick them up. Alright. And, you know, just because, why don't we just dig the rest of this? Oh. We're faster now. Look at this. We got shovel hands. Alright, so can we do this? Key, throw it in the lock. There we go. Well, that would be our mascot. Got it. I can dig much faster with the shovels, but sorry, end of demo. Final game will contain more puzzles, new sandboxes, corpses. You know, more demos need to promise that the final game we'll have more corpses. Not enough promise that. So, that was Mummies Never put Frankenstein head on dog body. I mean, yeah, I can agree with that. You should never do that. I don't think many people would disagree with that. Well, maybe Dr. Frankenstein would. But most people, I think, would say that's sound advice. All right, that is Mummy Sandbox. I don't really know what to make of it. It's probably the weirdest thing on this disc. And there's some kind of weird things on this disc, but this is probably the weirdest. But I did appreciate the just the explig feel of whatever this is. But that means we're on to the final demo. And that is the Heilwald Loophole. It's a bit more of a serious premise than Mummy Sandbox. The Heilwald Loophole. The Heilwald Klinikum once had a reputation of being one of the most reliable medical facilities in Germany. That all changed when that weird loophole appeared. This is sudden loud noises and mild violence. Here are the contributors. All right, let's see what we got. We've got hospital problems, is what we got. It's launching. I was surprised at how fast Mummy Sandbox launched, considering that the other demos do require at least a few seconds. It's getting there. There we go. Alright, let's see what the settings. Volume, sensitivity, head bob, all you need. Alright, let's give it a play. The Heilwald Loophole, as we know. That's the name of it. What's this? Well, we can examine. There's a massive hole in the ceiling. And like a few seconds ago, strange how it collapsed in exactly this spot. A few seconds ago, to us, that was a massive hole in the floor. Now, because of our change in perspective, it's a hole in the ceiling. You ever think about it like that? Let's look around. It's locked. Fortunately, if you need to look at something, it makes it pretty clear that what you're looking at might be of note. Let's click. Just a bunch of boxes. If the game has something to tell you about something in the environment, it lets you know. I wonder what they're storing here. Well, we will never find out. We will not open the boxes. Look, they're not our boxes. Why would we be looking around in someone else's boxes? What's this? A bunch of empty syringes. Maybe there are unused ones around. Could be useful. Man, if only I could find an unused syringe. It doesn't matter what's in them. I just need an unused one. So this is the door that was locked. We started on the other side of this. Oh, hello. Well, he was kind of rude, but then again, he is offering to help us out. Apparently, we don't look so good. And considering we're desperately looking around for an unused syringe, you know, maybe we don't feel too good either. Hard to say what's going on in our character's head right now. Here we are. I disagree with that diagnosis. After running into Dr. Randolph, he offers to help you out. Although his suggested treatment is not quite what you imagined, he wants to remove your liver, obviously. Two. I think that means that's the second possible outcome to that. Very pushy doctor. Alright, so we're starting again. Now that we know what the doctor intends, maybe there's something we can do to make him not do that.
Where are you going?
Well, he was chasing us. But it sounds like we got out of his line of sight for long enough.
Where are you going?
Except he was right there. Got around him. But that doesn't mean much if we don't have anywhere to run to. Well, there's his office, but we don't want to go in there now, do we? What's this? Some confidential documents. Seems to be mostly junk. At least from what I can tell. There we go, we can close that. Could be interesting. Yep. Looks like he just woke up. This is locked. Can't go that way. Might be of note. This must have been a nightmare to go through. What could be so important to require this many documents? Well, I mean... Whoop. Empty syringes. Has to be an unused one somewhere. Just have my mind all on that. Where's an unused syringe?
Where are you going?
Dr. Randolph was quite concerned about your behavior. You appeared paranoid and actively tried avoiding his aid. He plans on accommodating you in the prison block temporarily. Okay, so I guess we're in a prison. So I think that's the first outcome that you can get. But these outcomes are no good, because we want to escape. We don't want to get jabbed in the neck. So what do we need? Well, our character is very concerned about finding an unused syringe. Not an empty syringe, mind you, because we found those. We want to find an unused syringe. So, I mean, I guess that would be a syringe that is still full of, whatever the syringes are full of. You know? Mystery fun fluid. Don't know why we should be pale and sweating. We have no reason to feel like that. Sure, I mean, the doctor has our best interests in heart. We know that this place has a very good reputation. No patient abuse that we know of happening here. It probably is fine to just accompany the doctor all the way back to his and make a break for it. Hey, an unused syringe. We got it.
What have you done?
That's why we wanted it. That's why our character was so concerned with finding the unused syringe. Looks like my way out. While scouring through the office's storage room, you discover some leftover anesthetics. You don't care if they're expired. All you want is to get rid of Dr. Randolph and whatever sick treatment he has in mind for you. Thus, you manage to escape into the sick ward. It's the sick ward. We'll get to see the quality care that this facility is known for. At the Heilwald Clinicum. What's this? It's the Heilwald Clinicum. This place used to have a good reputation. What happened? Alright, this would be the sick ward. This sure looks inviting. Let's not linger here for too long. That doesn't sound right. They must be on some kind of drug. A sedative, maybe? Where is the doctor? Sound like these patients really need help. Take crowbar? Well, it's a hospital, so of course we need a crowbar. Doesn't seem we can use the crowbar as a weapon or anything, but I mean, why would we need to do that? I don't see a reason for that. This nurse has the heaviest footfalls I've ever heard. So, I mean, how? How is a good question. You don't really need to say anything else, you just need to ask how. this? It's so filthy in here. She's not exactly a stealthy nurse. What's this? None of these patients seem to be responsive. She's coming. She's a-coming. Why is it boarded off? Don't worry, I have a crowbar. After salvaging a crowbar from the sick ward storage, you managed to barely avoid Heilwald's grasp and escape into the courtyard. Five. And that's the end of the Heilwald Loophole demo. I mean, honestly, the first time I played this, it took me a lot longer to get through it. Because I didn't realize... Well, first, I didn't realize how to get rid of the doctor. Because if you just try to run away from the doctor, he will always get you before you get to the stairs. So it's required that you find the loaded needle and jab the doctor to knock him out before you can leave. Also, the first time I played this, there was something else that happened where there was a guy, like a patient who was crawling around begging me to get him a glass of water. And I didn't get him the water in time, so he called the nurse after me. And he did not appear this time. Maybe that's a random thing. Maybe that doesn't happen every time. So that's kind of curious. I have not seen anything different happen in the first part with the doctor, but yeah, maybe the game will have some random elements like that. But yeah, that's the Heilwald loophole. What loophole are they talking about? I don't know. It's kind of unclear what the loophole is, but apparently the Clinicum had a very good reputation before they discovered the loophole. And as you can see, the way the game plays, it is very much a stealth horror game. You have stalkers, people who are looking for you. You have to escape them. In the case of the doctor, we were able to knock him out, but I don't think there's anything you can do against the nurse. I don't think you can attack the nurse. I don't think there's anything that can actually do that. But, you know, as far as a stalker game goes, I've played more frustrating ones than this. Much more frustrating ones. But it seems like it could have some promise. But, of course, that does mean that is the final demo on this floor. Here are the ones that we did last time. Of course, Peeb, the sentimental favorite, I think, it has become. So yeah, that finishes off this floor. But even though we have now finished all 25 demos in the museum, there still is one more thing we can do. Earlier on, we went to a bar, and the bar had a PC, and that PC was password protected. We could not get into it. Well, we can get the password from a room that we passed by. See, if you go in and look to the left, you might notice there's a restroom. It makes sense. Of course there'd be a restroom. The restroom's not in good condition because they never are. On the mirror here, you can see the @ RK98. And then here, we have AARDV. So ARDV ARC 98. Just put that together. Nothing. I don't think this bathroom is functional. We can just. We can't actually interact with this bathroom. But now that we've seen that graffiti, let's head back to the bar. So in the bar, there's this image. I don't think this image means anything. We can't interact with it. But more importantly for us right now, there's the PC. Big Computer 666, I think that says. Okay, so the password was... Well, I don't know if it needs to be in caps. ARDV @ ERK98. Access granted. The previous demo disc did have a little, a little additional game if you completed, a little puzzle in the credits. So this is the additional game for the demo disc 2021. We can access the PC for the Anomalous Research Department. Let's have a look. Let's read someone else's files. Let's invade some privacy. And maybe some laws. Okay. First email. To whom it may concern, due to breach of contract and failure to adhere to agreed-upon terms, the United Science Foundation regrets to inform you that the funding for the Anomalous Research Department has been withdrawn. Please fill out the required early termination form and forward it to usfgrants@usf.gov. Regards, Bennett Daniels, Head of Grant Distribution, United Science Foundation. Oh no! The ARD is losing its funding. Okay, image 7800. A photo recovered from a trail cam depicts a deer-like creature with mutated horns and multiple eyes. There's an attachment, but we can't look at the attachments from the email. We will be able to look at the saved images, though, on the hard drive. Image 0038, an empty mall in an unknown location. A humanoid figure hangs from the ceiling. Your fantastic free backgrounds are here! Transport your computer desktop to 8 magical locations, from the depths of the ocean to the solitude of deep space. To use, open the settings panel on your personal computer, locate the desktop background section, and select one of your fantastic free backgrounds. I mean, the current background is kind of boring. This image 2803, a photo depicting a pale, smiling figure standing in the doorway of an unknown location. Image 0056, a skinless creature of an unknown species appearing in some sort of factory. We already looked at this one. Incident 0003, Desert Motel. Video incident 0003, acquired from police evidence of a double homicide. Video depicts an unknown entity pursuing what appears to be the perpetrator of the murder while filming. Entity eventually comes into contact with perpetrator. So we can look on the hard drive for these files. Image 7390, a photo of a forest with what appears to be a giant humanoid figure amongst the trees. Let's see here. We have web space operator. No internet connection. I mean, I guess this would be in the days of dial-up. And 3D Maze Extreme. A good screensaver is important. You don't want any burn-in on your monitor. You want to make sure that those pixels remain refreshed. That's some nice music. That's some nice music. Nice track. Well, we can't be in a maze all day. We have work to do. We're a busy professional. Let's look at our hard drive. Here's the photo browser. All right, photo of a forest with what appears to be a giant humanoid figure amongst the trees. Now, I don't know. Like, is this supposed to be the head of the figure up here? I don't know about this one. I don't know if I'm seeing this giant humanoid figure. I mean, maybe it's just camouflaged really well. Okay, skinless creature of an unknown species appearing in some sort of factory. Yeah, all right. It's clearly a skinless animal appearing in some kind of factory. That's pretty clear. It could be papier-mâché. A photo depicting a pale, smiling figure standing in the doorway of an unknown location. So, I think calling this a pale, smiling figure, it's kind of maybe burying the lead there. You kind of imagine like maybe a person with pale skin and not this. Though I don't know if that really counts as a smile, considering it appears to be the head appears to be upside down, or maybe the head is meant to be seen upside down. Anyway, looks like it is it's coming in for a hug, probably. Oh, here are the free backgrounds. Life above the clouds. Very nice. Deafening quiet. You pay good money for these backgrounds. No, actually, these are free, but that's a steal. You should be paying money for these backgrounds. A holy place. There you go. Peace, but at what cost? Really makes you think. Apocalypse draws near. Yes, yes. Faraway islands lost in a vast sea. Get your imagination going. Blinding light purifies all. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, I'm not really blinded by it, but I guess you could see it's purifying. An ancient stronghold stands empty. Yeah, I don't see anyone there. Ancient and abandoned, makes you feel the passage of time. From the deepest depths they come. Yeah. You can tell you're in the depths. They are approaching. Those are the free backgrounds. I think, yeah. I think that that they, that email was accurate in terms of what they were offering. But now, back to the ARD images. We have an empty mall in an unknown location. A humanoid figure hangs from the ceiling. Yeah, you can see it there. I don't know if it's humanoid. You can't see it well enough to say that for sure. But yeah, something unidentified is hanging from that ceiling. A photo recovered from a trail cam depicts a deer-like creature with mutated horns and multiple eyes. You might say that. I mean, I think that image might just be, like motion blur on the camera. I don't know. I don't know if this one passes the benefit of the doubt, honestly. Well, I mean, the ARD clearly gets a number of false leads. They're not all real. They can't all be real. So, like, not all of them are going to pan out. The official desktop, which, I mean, we've seen. We have that on our desktop right now. So those are our photos. Then we have the video browser. Okay, so this is the video we read about, acquired from police evidence of a double homicide. So let's watch the video. Let's play. Well, we're interacting with the video. The future is now. We have some money on the table, some beers, some cigarettes. Close this window. Don't want anyone to see us. Not with all this money out here. No smoking. Just the flickering light of the motel sign. It's kind of relaxing in its way. Lock the door. Because, I mean, come on. Even if we weren't a criminal with wherever this money came from, I mean, it's not like we would want to leave the door unlocked. And sometimes you just like to leave the TV on as maybe some background noise. Not like you're actually paying attention to what's on TV at the moment. We have been drinking a lot of beers. We also broke... Well, maybe the previous tenant broke the mirror. Not necessarily us. And maybe the previous tenant put this body here. Not necessarily us. Appears that this person is still alive, though. And we did get a knock on the door. Which is probably a bad thing for us. That's probably fine. Just that flashing motel sign out there. Doesn't seem like there's anything outside the window, at least from what little we can see. That's probably fine. It's just like a little like complimentary photo that, there's like maybe there's a built-in camera in the room, and they just give you a complimentary photo of your time in the motel as a souvenir. It's innovative, actually. It's an interesting idea. Well, this is where the photo was pointing out. The axe wasn't there before. It is now, though. And that light is still flashing. Doesn't seem like we can get back in. The landlord must move fast. Well, we were just in that bathroom, and that's not what it looked like in there. Oh, the lights went out. Well, at least the TV's still on. Different program on, though. TV programming sometimes gets weird late at night. I mean, that photo that we just saw, it's clearly inaccurate. This guy's still here. Nothing happened. And apparently that's the end of the video. Well, the video description said it's a double homicide. Oh, hold on, something's flashing here. No, it's never good. Okay, that didn't corrupt our existing emails. We just got spammed, is the thing. That's fine, we can just delete them all. But as far as what happened on that video, probably not good for either of the people, because it did say that there was a double homicide. What do the settings have to say here? Display, contrast, full screen. Oh, we can change the desktop background. Null. The light of his birth. Well, okay, I'm up for anything. Let's read about it. I think it's an invitation to a gender reveal party. These are always kind of weird. Parents get way too excited about it. Oh, hold on. What about this? Something new here? Kingbirth.image. Well, I can't really read what that says. Yeah, I mean, that is a skeleton with a crown on it. Oh no. Gonna have to run a virus scan. Clicked on some websites I shouldn't have been clicking on, clearly. Alright, well, we'll just... My icons are getting all swimmy. I can't click on any of them either. Probably a bad sign. Okay. Please shut down the computer. Well, I guess we can press any key to shut down the computer. Oh no, the PC gave birth to a new god. Well, maybe it'll be a nice old god. They can't all be bad. Like, it's just statistically. There has to be at least one nice old god. You have to look at things optimistically in that way. Well, that's the PC. That's the little hidden mystery game. Honestly, it's funny because that's like the little hidden game, but I feel like the motel thing probably had maybe the best horror atmosphere of any of the demos. Like some of the demos have pretty strong atmosphere, but I think that the motel thing is pretty strong. Very short though. Also, there's this book, which, well, this book is supposed to have the credits, but I'm clicking on it and nothing's happening. Well, okay. Maybe something's wrong, because you can see the ghost. The ghost is saying, hey, there's something there. And I do know that I did click on this book before, and it had the credit roll, but maybe the birth of the new god is not allowing me to see the credits. So, we're not getting the credits. Well, unfortunately, no credit roll for us. But I guess that does mean that we have reached the end of the Haunted Demo Disc. Unfortunately, Skelly, yeah, he never returned. I guess we can just leave the museum? Can we leave the museum? Actually, I haven't tried to do that. No, maybe not. I guess they just don't... I guess they don't actually allow you to... You can go into the museum. Like, there's an outside environment. There is an outside environment. We do know that. Like, when we started the game, that was there. But yeah, we have 25 demos, plus the hidden 26th, which I don't think is actually a demo for anything. Probably not. It's probably just like a little bonus thing. But we have this. We have this right here. Oh. There was something here. It's a PlayStation. I mean, the lid's open. You're not going to launch a game if the lid is open. I mean, unless you did that old mod where like you have a piece of plastic holding the thing down so the PS1 thinks it's open, thinks it's closed. You know, I don't think you really want to do that because it kind of lowers the lifespan of the system. Hold on, I don't think. Where is that? Okay, there it is. Scully's Nightmare. Sure, let us play.
Standing in front of this godforsaken console, it has me trapped. I can't back down, and I can't resist. This little plastic box embodies an ancient evil. Within the disk drive, a fate far worse than death. I have to press the button. The pull is too strong. I shouldn't, but I must. No, not again.
We've all been there. All right. Let's get some bones. Hello, Scully. Welcome back to the island. Was that Scully? You don't remember how to play? Well, if you're sure, just talk to me again and I'll remind you. There's a CD in it for you. Yeah, let me know. Let me know how to play. Let's get started. First of all, you need to know about the two ways you can move, on foot and on Skull. On foot, you can run around and jump. On Skull, you'll roll around and bounce. To move from foot to Skull, you just have to lose your head. Throw your head, I mean. You can throw your head while jumping to get an extra long jump. This is very useful. While in Skull mode, you can jump just as you hit the ground to harness the power of bounces. When you want to leave Skull mode, simply return to your body. But what if you can't make it back? Well then, you just have to get to a checkpoint. If you lose all your health, you'll also respawn at the last checkpoint you touched. Make sure you stomp on all the blue beetles, but don't forget to talk to all those ladybugs you meet. Now collect all those CDs and reach the castle. My friends will also give you CDs. Okay, I have 1 out of 15 CDs. I feel like I probably should get a controller since I'm using keyboard right now. Doesn't feel optimal for this. Maybe I need bones. I don't know. I'm in danger, but I want to get all the bones. All the collectibles. Oh, you can jump on. How do we... Okay. There we go. Throw the head. That's... Nope. That's no Scully. Is that a scary gap? I flew around to here, but I got scared of the fire and decided to make a break here. Looks like you'll have to do a very big jump. Okay. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Jump. You just have to use your head. What does the ladybug have to say? I get it. Use my... Oh, there's a CD. Jump. Hey, Scully, there. You look exhausted. You should take a break with me. Nope, not enjoying the just gonna have to use my fireball past the big gap. It's lovely and warm. Just make sure you don't get too close where it might be movement. Is different. I guess I have to throw when you are ahead. More momentum based. Anyway, is this like a bug failure sound? So hard to maneuver above the head. I'm really going to the castle. There's a imagination get the head. Treacherous path to get there. But he sure will have. Now that I have a body back, well, I don't know about that. It'll be easier to move around and get the collectibles. And so, as I was saying, that's the end of our time with the Haunted Demo Disc 2021. There were 25 demos and 1 bonus game on the password-protected PC, and nothing else. That was it. I think that we all agree that these 25 plus 1 bonus demos were quite impressive in different ways. Now, some of them were clearly much more polished than others. Some of them were much rougher in terms of graphics and controls and design. But I think that each of them had their own specific kind of charm. Very different styles of games, very different styles of horrors. These 25 plus 1 demos. 26. And nothing more. But like I said, I did think that in terms of like a horror mood, I really liked the one that was just locked on that PC that we just looked at with nothing else between that and right now. I think only a few minutes passed since we looked at that. And we've just been looking around the museum ever since then. But the museum is now closed after these 26 fun-filled demos. Well, not all fun-filled, but some of them fun-filled, some of them horror-filled, some of them boner-filled. People seem to really like that one. And that is the end of our time in the museum. I hope everyone had a good time. I enjoyed it, these 26 demos. And I can only assume that there will be another one next year. Because, after the first one last year, I felt like I would have been surprised if they were able to get enough content together in 1 year to make another demo disc. And not only did they do that, but they got more content. They had considerably more demos this time round than the first game, and the launcher was made into a much bigger thing than it was last year. I figure that considering that they were able to do this in 1 year, there probably will be another demo disc next year, because there certainly seems to be plenty of interest in this kind of thing. I hope there is, because I had a good time with the demo disc this year, just sampling this wide variety. And interesting. I will be interested to see when and if these full games do come out. So, for right now, we will say goodbye to Skelly and say goodbye to the Museum of the Macabre with the Haunted PS1 Demo Disc 2021.